A very good morning to all of you. Welcome to yet another Zoom call organized by Jungle Bells. Jungle Bells is a venture started in August 2019. Our vision is to build empathy and engagement in the minds of urban women regarding wildlife and conservation so that we can work towards creating a sustainable future for wildlife. Jungle Bells is an exclusive women's wildlife group. Our tours are a platform for women to go out on their own with other like minded women and spend time in nature. This also gives them an opportunity to make new friends with whom women share their interest. We organize events and webinars just like this to help raise awareness about wildlife and conservation. On social front, we organize donation drives in the form of shoes, food supplies, gumboots, raincoats, sweaters, clothes to help people who work for the forests. Before we begin, I would like to request all of the audience to turn your cameras off and switch off your microphones so there is no disturbance. Thank you so much. If you have any questions for the guests of the webinar today, type them in the chat box and we will address them after their talk. Also, if you want to receive any further communication from us about our events, please type in your email addresses and phone numbers in the chat box. Yes, so before further ado, I would like to introduce our speakers of webinar today. We chose a very different topic. We thought it is very relevant in today's field that the educational, people who are experts in these fields come and share with us their ideas or their, thought process regarding wildlife conservation and observations, etc. We start off with, we have Bhavna Narsingoju. She's a principal of Symbiosis Junior College, Arts, Science and Commerce, Pune. Bhavna ma'am has total teaching experience of 12 years. It's spread across all academic levels and mainly 4 years as senior level and principal for the last 8 years. She's the founder of Women with Wisdom, the Ladies Club. She's received honor from World Book of Records, London. She's worked with different groups of educational leaders, serving as vice chairman of Selin Principals Connect. She's a joint secretary of International Fraternity of Educationalists, IUEF Pune. She's lots of things to her credentials, and we are very happy that she accepted the invite. At the like this. I mean, I did not even have to request her for a long time. So thank you so much, Bhavna ma'am. It's a really privilege. Second is Sister Antoinette. She's the principal of St. Joseph's High School, Pashan, Pune. Sister is in the education field for last 25 years. She loves children. She believes they are very, very special and her heart goes to the weaker ones. She's very much concerned about the environment and enjoys nature. She says that the nature speaks with her. She cares for animals and enjoys feeding them and has said that she has learned a lot of lessons from them itself. She is MA, BEd, MEd and has a diploma in education. She has finished a counseling course. She's done a sadhana and vipassana course also. She practices meditation and enjoys reading books about self-awareness and meditation. She is a religious nun of the Congregation of Jesus and Mary. Thank you so much, sister. St. Joseph's is my daughter's alma mater school, and I'm very happy sister is on board with us. And thank you so much. Yeah. We move to Vinita Pujari. Vinita ma'am is working as a science teacher in secondary section of Millennium National School, Pune for last 15 years. She's MSc BEd. Her hobbies include reading, gardening, cultivation of water lily and lotus. She has done a course in ornithology. So I'm really happy we have 3 speakers from different, backgrounds per se, and that's why we've chosen them. Let's move on to the questions. Let's not waste time. So first question I would like to direct to Vinita ma'am. So do you agree that wildlife conservation is right now the need of the hour? And do you think enough is being done on this front? Yes, Vinita ma'am, you need to unmute. Yeah.
First of all, good morning. And yes, as you have stated, it is definitely need of an hour. In fact, I would say at no any other point in history it has gained as much importance as it has right now. What has happened, when we were students, we learned the concepts like global warming and all. We understood the meanings of the terms, and that time we studied for sure in near future we will experience all this. But right now, students are witnessing the effects of global warming in the form of prolonged summers, late rains, then late rainy season, or prolonged rainy season, and all that. So wildlife conservation and its solution for various all these problems are closely related. They are interdependent and interlinked, you can say. So yes, wildlife need for awareness of wildlife conservation and to do something is of utmost importance at this stage. And here I feel uh, conservation of wildlife does not include only big cats or big animals like tigers and rhinos, but all the other undomesticated wildlife like plants, maybe insects, birds, fungi, or even microorganisms that live in, on, and around you. And yes, not enough is being done, surely. There is a lot of scope and there is a lot to be done. If enough was done, we wouldn't have been here today.
Yes.
So this is how it is. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Sister, your views about this? Sister, you're on mute. You'll have to unmute it.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for inviting me for this webinar. Yes, wildlife conservation is a need of the hour. We are doing, but much can be done. That is the need of the hour. And we see around us the things, what is happening, like so many natural calamities taking place. We are aware of it and more can be done. That's what I feel. And already the previous speaker has spoken, and the same thing I don't want to repeat, but that is the need of the hour. Thank you.
Correct. Yes, Bhavna ma'am.
Yeah, thank you so much, ma'am. And let me congratulate to the initiative which you have taken via Jungle Bells. Thank you so much for inviting us. Yes, I do agree with the previous two speakers, Vinita ma'am and Principal ma'am of St. Joseph, that we first need to understand what is the meaning of conservation. It's to reserve for future. And if we say it is reservation for future, if we being in education, if we being our teachers, if we are preparing the nation, if we are preparing our future, it means the first idea that we need to inculcate in these young minds that you need to conserve, you need to reserve, you need to prepare for future. We all have witnessed a COVID pandemic situation and the balance what was there in the ecosystem. So just with the same opinion as our earlier speakers has given, we need to do so many things. Yes, things are happening, but more interest, more things can be done in this wildlife conservation rules. Thank you.
All right. Yeah. Thank you. That's a very good perspective. Sister, I would like to ask you, how do you think we can get today's youth interested in wildlife, and what do you think would be the best way to increase wildlife and nature conservation? Different, initiatives or, things like that.
Our youth is the future of our nation, and we need to conscientize them about what is happening around us. And I think we need to channelize their energy, channelize their thing. Today's youth are full of vibrancy, life, and they want to do something and they want to know. They are very receptive what is happening. So this is what can be done through various discussions can we have with our youth, involving them, bringing them together. Symposiums we can organize, poster displays, because the youth are in various parts. It is not together we can meet them. So by displaying or having a skits, street plays, movies, this is how we can conscientize our youth, and so that they can do maybe a books, publishing the books, articles in journals where they get the hand of it and they start reading and seriously start thinking about this wildlife conservation, what is happening. So this is how we can channelize our youth, and this is what we can do.
Excellent. Yeah, that's a very good thought process. Yes, Bhavna ma'am, what about you? I mean, how would you want to?
Yes, ma'am. As we are dealing with youths, we say that junior college students we are having in
Yes.
our campus.
Yes.
If I need to talk about various activities, already ma'am has given her inputs, and these are the activities that each and every school should have, each and every
Correct.
junior college should have. Apart
Correct.
from that, if we inculcate only one idea that you are interdependent, as we
Correct.
know, this is cycle.
Correct.
Each and everything is interlinked. If
Right.
we would like to contribute into ecosystem, it means your role is interlinked, and if
Right.
any one member is existing from that ecosystem, it means entire balance won't be there. So to
Right.
maintain the balance, we need to first
Right.
think that there are various initiatives and activities which are already happening in schools and colleges. There are various
Right.
clubs like green clubs, eco clubs, as like other cultural clubs and all are there. In
Correct.
our junior college, in Symbiosis Junior College, we have Green Club and various activities taking through that club.
Okay.
Even let me share some of those activities. Last
Sure.
year, as we know, in COVID pandemic, students were there at home.
Right.
So we have given them some tasks like collect entire plastic, whatever you are having at your home, and make a demo out of it.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
That's very interesting. Yes.
Yes, we have given some activities like we have asked them that we would like to design a big rangoli, color it, but use all natural colors,
Right.
prepare colors,
Okay.
use colors. So
Correct.
there are many other activities like plantation drives and all already taking for. We are interlinking each and every subjects because these students are the one who are already driven by gadgets.
Right.
They are already having everything on internet. Google Chacha is there to answer their each and every query.
Yes.
But apart from that, we need to check that if their interests are, their
Right.
energies are getting properly lined up with linkage of subjects, then they will
Right.
be contributing for various club activities. This is what we
Yes.
are doing here at Symbiosis Junior College.
Awesome. Yeah, that's amazing. I like this interlinking of a lot of activities, which is really, very thoughtful, apparently. Yeah, very nice. Thank you, Bhavna ma'am. Yes, Vinita ma'am. Same question, but what do you do in your perspective and your institution? You'll have to unmute, ma'am. Yes, sorry.
Hello, again the same
Yeah.
thing. It's
Yeah.
but not to preach, but you can say we need to teach them actively their role in wildlife conservation, and we need to get the students in the nature, and that is the biggest gift we can give them, because
Correct.
even if we keep aside this wildlife conservation and all, students who are in nature, who are able to mingle in the surrounding, develop what can I say, they become more compassionate and they get more connected to their surrounding. In our
Correct.
school, we have developed Annarai. Annarai
Yeah.
means a lot of area is under plantation.
Right.
We have huge variety of all the kinds of plants. And
Right.
needless to say, there is a lot of variety of butterflies and birds. Means there is a very healthy ecosystem in our school.
Right.
Children come, I mean we take the children to plant the vegetables. Even children water the plants, means they are actively participating in planting and all.
Right.
Yeah, that is there. And most importantly, students should be students should be taught one thing, or they have to realize one thing: human beings are just one part, just one animal like all the other animals in the nature. And we shouldn't increase our population, and we shouldn't utilize maximum of the resources that others will feel scarcity of. Otherwise, we
Yes.
are also going to feel the same in your future,
Yes.
and we have started feeling that.
Absolutely. Correct. Correct. That's amazing. So I like the idea of having that, a garden or a lot of butterflies. They water themselves, and these kind of things are very, very thoughtful, I should say. Thank you so much, Vinita ma'am. I would like to take the next question to Bhavna ma'am. What do you think about involvement of parents in these activities related to conservation? So what happens is generally once you send the child to the college or school, we generally put everything onto the institution or the education thing, but we also forget, as a parent, we forget that there are few things that we need to also drive from our end. So how do you think, this can work, or what are your suggestions, or what can the parents do for that matter?
See, nowadays, in this modern era, every parent is modern, I must say, and they are having their high aspirations from students and institutes that, as you rightly said, this is the part of school now. So we all need to understand that there is a triangular arrangement, and that triangular arrangement का एक part is you only, being parent. And being parent, when we say that we would like to take my ward to any foreign countries, would like to take my child to malls and all, at that time when schools are planning field tours, let parent also contribute planning such field tours for their wards, maybe collectively. Any ideas? Maybe there is one scope in CBSE also, they are doing this. There is subject enrichment activity.
Okay.
In subject enrichment activity, if being schools and colleges, if we can use dedicatedly one day as a bagless day is also the concept which is already in CBSE schools. So if we can have one day dedicated to parents, if we invite parents on that day, they are from different backgrounds, they are from different professions. And if they come and if they share their experiences with students, that will be like schools are also getting benefited, their parents are contributing, students are getting benefited, that they are getting real life experiences with these field tours. It may be the thing that some of the parent is having resort at some of the area. So let's take their help, plan field tours over there. Ask parents from different professions to merge, and as we have PTMs, as we have clubs for students, let's have clubs for parents. And I know each and everyone is now looking for this. They want company, they want to communicate. So if we have all ideas together, if we have all these things together, definitely parents will also think. See, now parents are thinking that my ward should opt for these courses and those courses. If that awareness is there, that if I would like to align my ward for this particular program or course, so definitely from 6th standard itself, now parents are starting with vocationalization, as NEP also says. So if parents would like to contribute, and if we being schools and colleges would like to have their contributions, we need to connect to them as per their interest. And yes, we need to give them platform. Definitely, then things will be easy for us.
Okay. That's a very good thought. Yes, Vinita ma'am, can you?
Yeah. So as I have said before, not to preach but teach them actively, that is applicable for parents also, right? Sensitizing the children towards conservation of wildlife and developing love for animals is very important aspect or part of parenting. Not only parenting, teaching also, obviously. Yeah, so we need to allow them plant vegetables and let them harvest. Harvesting what is very, what can I say, joy giving, and it definitely is joy giving, and not only learning part also, not only joy giving. Weekends can be spent with the children by taking them to different places, like for bird watching, like Kaudi Part, even Bhigwan, or even if such a far away, of course they are not far away places, but still if it is not feasible, take the children to walking in nature also is an enriching experience. While walking, they observe many things, they get connected to the nature. So all these things can be done from parents also. Only one thing is, allow children to go in nature. Means instead of making them sit in front of computer, because nowadays no children don't waste the time, I can say. Definitely many children watch good documentaries, good videos, they read good books, they are exposed to all these things, they know many more things even than us. But when it comes to doing, they lag behind. So so they should be taken to the nature, and if not anything else, let them observe the things. That's all.
Correct. Yeah, thank you. So the thing is, I always say that there's a lot of biodiversity around Pune. So we are very lucky. I mean, I don't know about different cities in the sense, like whatever I know, I feel Pune, we are as very lucky to have, like she said, Kaudi Part, Bhigwan, we have the Tekadis, we have Sinhagad Valley, we have lots of places which is like, in the, traveling time is mere half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hours. So there's nothing. So for that, we are really privileged, and we should make the utmost use of it by taking the students there, or parents taking children there, rather than one-off cases they can take there, and other times they can visit malls. So you just have a balancing out of that. Yes, thank you. Yes, sister, what would you expect from the parents?
Yeah, actually, in all of our activities, parents are very much involved in
Yes.
whatever we do in our school. So that they are part of us. Like where we have our annual days, the theme we actually take on animals, environments, where parents come, they help us. We have tree plantations, the parents are part of it. We invite them to come and help us in tree plantation. They bring the trees. So most of our activities we have carpooling because of the environment. We make sure our children are aware that pollution, the air pollution, and we request them to come on public transport or carpooling. So this is also, we encourage parents to send their children to use cycles and all. So in most of our activity, we have projects displayed where energy conservation, where children prepare the projects, and the parents on open days, they come and they share their views, and our children also express. So in most of our activities, I feel the awareness has been created that parents, and among our children also, morning assemblies are based on we have a special week where we say eco-friendly week, where we have so many various activities. Morning assembly time, we give them 10 minutes time meditation, just to listen to the various. We are placed in a beautiful place, Pashan Hill, just base of that Pashan Hill. So we have a wonderful environment. So we encourage our children to go around, to take a walk around this campus, to admire the trees, the insects, which we have different various insects. And our parents come and help us in all our activities. But much more can be done to take this further. Thank you. That's what
Thank you. Vinita ma'am, next question. In what way can a curriculum, whatever is the right this thing, modified to increase awareness about wildlife conservation? Because right now, as I understand, there is no specific, this thing, but in future, as the need of the hour is, how can we modify this curriculum and make a part, this subject make at least a bit part of the entire syllabus?
Yes. Okay. So what is the current scenario? EVS is comparatively underrated topic, means much importance is given to physics, chemistry, biology, mathematics, 4 branches of science, but this applicative branch of science is taken for granted. Or this is how it is, this is how the scenario right now is. Or in syllabus as such, this is done by not only students but various stakeholders of the school, or you can say. But what can we say about the syllabus is, in syllabus they have covered many things. Many things means all the things related to pollution, solutions over it, or even need for wildlife conservation, importance for planting trees, biogeochemical cycles, or even importance of 3 Rs, reduce, reuse and recycle. All the things are there in the syllabus, and year after year the same things are taught to them through some or the other subject. Even in geography these things are there, in science these things are there, even in English some chapters cover these things. So year after years they learn the same things, and they are quite well acquainted with these things fundamentally. So when it comes to writing the answers, they write perfectly well. But when it comes to implementation, as I have told you before, things go haywire. Means what? When students are told to make a list of something, suppose that list contains 4 to 5 things, and if you are using entire fresh page, new page, what is the use of learning all these things? You are supposed to use used one-sided page or something like that, right?
Correct.
Okay, so means when it comes to implementation, things go haywire. So what I feel, curriculum is all right, there is not much improvement is needed, but the improvement or change is required in exam pattern. Always sab ghode 12% are treated, that is there, and along with this only written exam is taken. So there is a lot of scope to modify the exam pattern basically. And nowadays there are many things through which children can get knowledge. And as I have told you before, Pune, we are living in the city like Pune. We have got fabulous surroundings, many places having ecological importance. Not only that, in Pune city, there are many people, many learned people like Satish Pandey sir. Even we had once
Yes.
invited Sanjay Deshpande sir for sustainable management. There
Right.
are many people. Even I came across one person who works for conservation of wolves also. So
Yes.
even Rajiv Pandit sir is there
Pandit.
of Jividha. So there are many knowledgeable, learned people and ready to come to the school anytime to talk to students. So all
Right.
these are all favorable conditions, and we keep on doing this. We keep on inviting these type of people to the school. And children get enough knowledge, they get inspired and encouraged by their work. Only the
Right.
thing which needs to be modified is, I feel, exam pattern.
Exam
That is
pattern.
where something we can do.
All right. All right. That's great. Thank you. Sister, yes, anything for the curriculum syllabus per se? So sister, you have to unmute. Cannot.
As Miss Vinita said, a curriculum
Yeah.
is perfect, but we can have more of projects and activity-based curriculum. And also in the books, maybe more things can be introduced about wildlife, which
Right.
is not there, and protecting environment, and also something, various dangers that been facing by wildlife. So this, if
Correct.
we include in books, it will be nice. The children will become more aware. What we are
Right.
doing is okay, but more awareness will be created in them. So that's what.
Right. Right. Thank you. Bhavna ma'am, from your perspective, slightly older kids, the college going. So what do you
Yes.
think? What is their kind of a
Now we also are having the same subjects like environmental studies we are having in our curriculum in Maharashtra
Okay.
State Board for Junior College. It's compulsory subject. But
Okay.
let me tell you, it is a graded subject.
Yeah.
It's not having marks to be
Marks.
appeared and displayed on in mark sheet. So when there are credits, the
Yeah.
students work for it rigorously.
Mm.
And as Vinita ma'am said, like EVS subject is taken not that important as physics, chemistry, maths, bio is taken for.
Correct.
So first, if we can have some modifications where credits are given for
Right.
these subjects, definitely entire curriculum is good. Topics are getting covered, projects are getting assigned, but projects are only in files, not in for applications.
Impressions. Yeah.
Yeah. For last 2 years, if we check that Maharashtra state government has also given us the curriculum for environmental studies, where they told us to modify question papers with application-based questions only. So
Okay.
5 questions which are there for junior college, they are application-based questions only. They need to
Right.
take scenarios, surveys, everything from their surrounding, and then they need to write down those their projects, their question answers, and manuals and all. So we are also
Right.
doing same thing at our junior college. We are asking students to check with the challenges happening in their surrounding, and then they are preparing their projects.
Okay.
We are giving them enough time of entire academic year. Probably before Diwali vacations, we give them their topics, we confirm their topics, and in Diwali vacations, we give them this task. Now you are free for 15 days. So let's take this as an opportunity and convert this into the success, like whatever challenges you are observing in your surrounding, let's take that challenge and convert it into our project. Apart from this, if we can have certain programs like we, Symbiosis Junior College, are sharing the campus with Symbiosis Skills and Professional University. So in our campus, if you will see, it's the campus of 16 acre. We are having greenery all around, and each and every thing is taken care of. We are now introducing, we have already introduced, the program is aligned and getting started also. So that program is BTech in energy conservation, solar energy plannings and all. So such kinds of programs, if we are introducing, not with the traditional methods only, definitely these students will also have their projections for this, such programs, and they will think that what will need to be the basement for this program. And then they will understand that EVS subject is also having importance. Faculties, those who are working for this EVS subject, they are contributing really well. But as I said, that it is graded subject, so it's not happening at that intensity. If it is graded best score, if somewhere, if we are requesting government that these examinations need to be with hands-on experiences, sending students to a particular area and let them experience that thing, let them design their own surveys, questionnaires, let them design their own models. Definitely, when we are certifying that thing, when we are giving credits, it will be at higher extent and at higher importance. So
Right,
this is
right,
what we
right.
can do.
Okay, okay. That's a great suggestion. Grading is something that, giving credits or, from the student's perspective, I think it'll increase more importance rather than anything. So once they get into it. So that's also good. Yes. So, sister, what challenges do you face as regards to creating awareness for this purpose? We are almost.
Yeah. The challenge that we face, though there is enough of awareness has been created among us in our schools, in our surrounding, but still I feel we are very comfortable and complacent
Yes.
with what we have. So we do that much what is needed, and after that we are back again to our self
Correct.
zone. Like okay, we are comfortable, we are not, don't bother. So this is what I
Right.
feel like. More awareness of our environment is needed. We are very self-centered. So this is the problem we face. Like it is that moment we are doing. After that, back again, we are I, me, and myself. So this
Yes.
is what like problems like
Okay. Okay. Thank you. That's a very good point. Yes, Bhavna, ma'am, what do you think uh, the challenges are for creating this awareness?
Yeah, now let me tell you that every parent, everyone, even we want that my 2 BHK is not comfortable for me. I want 3 BHK. I
Right.
want 4 BHK. At that time, we are extending our requirements, but
Right.
reversified to it, we are just checking with skyscrapers, buildings, but not the nature.
Right. Right.
So these awareness programs need to be such oriented that parents also should understand it is enough. It is enough with my requirements. Let's get satisfied with this. And
Correct.
let's tell them that these things are apart from all means sustainable developments. We all know when it is like we say them to do this, that they will definitely no one will follow it. It is what my experience
Correct.
is.
Yes.
In junior college students, if you will ask them that you need to complete this, you need to do this, even to the parents and all, we face challenges that they won't be completing it in time.
Yeah.
When we will ask them that these all are the challenges, now you resolve this as solution, then definitely they will be contributing. If
They
you
will be.
give
Right.
them their own responsibilities. So we
Correct.
need to shoulder responsibilities. This is what the challenge I am facing, that yes, there are so many things which are already happening. Let me tell some of the things which are from my findings, that more than 8,900 various clubs in Maharashtra are working for awareness programs,
Right. Correct.
especially for ecosystem, especially for
Yes.
wildlife. Even
Yes.
in Pune, if you will ask me, there are more than 12 NGOs which are dedicatedly working for wildlife conservation. In Mumbai
Yes.
itself, which is nearer to us, more than 22 NGOs are working for the same cause. So
Right.
now I'm linking it to my previous answer. If we are interlinking it with the curriculum, that
Hmm.
this part need to get completed from parents and students side. Definitely
Right.
involvement of the parent will be there, definitely involvement of the student will be there. They will check with their surrounding, they will check with their ecosystem, and it is forming out the system for institute that each and every part is getting covered. Definitely our environment and we are all are getting blessed as we are getting blessed by nature. So
Okay.
this
Yeah.
is how we can go ahead.
Yes, that's a good point. That's a really whatever. I mean, it's a very nice thought, and I think this is what and about the requirements that you spoke about. Making it bigger every day. We as parents only, we are not really a corrective model in front of the child, so the child also goes way beyond asking for more. So that's how it starts from the adults or the parents first. This thing. Yes, Vinita ma'am, what do you think are the challenges?
There are no challenges as such, you can say.
Okay.
With whatever challenges are, they can be tackled with, but still, what I feel, there should be more field visits. Means
Okay.
students should be taken out of the school and taken to the places from where they will get inspired for wildlife conservation, or they will feel need for conservation of wildlife. So what
Right.
happens sometimes, the conditions are not favorable. Means for example, recently I came across one very good initiative taken by one very common man. He has developed a lotus plantation, lotus garden, big garden. I cannot say merely a garden. There are literally many 1,500 varieties of water lilies, and many varieties of
Oh.
many varieties of lotus is there. When you go there, he serves you with breakfast, having breakfast made up of different parts of lotus and water lilies and all that. So it is all
Okay.
encouraging something different for the students to watch. But
Right.
right now hibernation is going on, winter season is going on. So right now there are not enough flowers, and even leaves are also not in very well good condition. So he
Mhm.
has suggested us to come in the month of March or
Right.
at the end of February. But obviously, what is there in the month of March? Month of March
Makes
is
sense.
dedicated for exams. Or
Correct.
even in Big One, maximum birds will be seen in the month of Feb.
Yes. Feb, yeah.
So again, Feb is also, by the time Feb, all these activities should be over. And now Feb and March are the months for exam. Even
Correct.
last 2 years, you don't talk about those years, the lockdown years. And even before that, there were curbs on field visits because of
Mhm.
many mishaps happened in the city. You might have heard about different.
Yes. Yes.
So, but nowadays, now curbs are being lifted stepwise. So once again,
Mhm.
we have started these field visits. Recently, we had taken the students to Sipna, man-made
Yeah.
village,
Hmm.
and all these things are good. But I think more field visits should be organized, and that is the only thing. That is the only limitation I experience, or there is no enough time available. Even if we try to take out the time, we find some limitations there. Means
Right.
we invite various people at our school, or we
Hmm.
show them some good kids-friendly documentaries. Recently, I had shown one documentary on Vanamanav or slender
Okay.
lorries. All these things are
Okay.
happening. It's not like they are not happening or something. Only one limitation is on field visits. They should be more in number.
More. Yeah.
From school's point of view, as well as from parents' side. Parents
Right.
also should take the students or children to such places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a very good thing. As I've mentioned before, we are really blessed to be staying in Pune, and there are lots of things, lots of activities that can be done. Also, the implementation might just happen with the practical exposure that we give the children rather than also with the classroom studies. So that's what even I feel. So showing them something makes a lot of difference. So a lot of for me, we would be coming up with something at Jungle Bells also, that having nature clubs in all institutions. We propose, we will go and suggest to them, and then we will get, because I know the school is loaded with a lot of activities themselves to manage, another thing on their head. So we propose that also, that because we feel that the legacy of this will be carried forward by the children, because that's how it's going to be. So that's, I mean, definitely we'll keep you posted, but that's something on our mind, that start off nature clubs in a lot of educational institutions per se. uh, we'll come to the last question, and there are a few questions in the chat box, so we'll take up this last question what we've discussed. Bhavna ma'am, I would like to ask you, as an individual teacher, head of institution of the age group which is like beyond school but just in college, they are in those teams specifically, they've ventured out. So what is your take on awareness of wildlife and wildlife, conservation and nature?
Okay. So, as these are junior college students, let me tell you that these are the ones who can do anything. Not,
Yeah.
I'm specifying only for junior college kids. Kids are having that power. If we tell them you have to complete this, definitely they will be doing it. If it is of creation of their interest.
Right.
Just in one example, I would like to give you. Last month, in month of December, we had Simbi Utsav. There are my students with a team of nearly 30 to 35 members. They have visited all schools of Pune and PCMC. They have taken initiatives for invitations, planning the event and executing it successfully. 348 registrations they have taken out.
Oh,
So
that's nice.
it is
Yeah.
just we need to shoulder responsibilities, belongingness.
Right.
That belongingness need to be there. So first part, as we at Symbiosis Junior College are having our monthly editorials. So
Right.
those editorials are getting designed as per the themes. We are having
Right.
all our themes as per the months, not only carrying festivals and achievement. Apart from that,
Right.
my student is editorial of the means that entire magazine students are designing. They are editor of board. They are on each and every committee members. So these students are shouldering responsibilities, and when we are giving them responsibilities and platform, they are really
Right.
performing well.
Okay.
So as a teacher, as principal, I would suggest, I would request first to collaborate
Right.
with different platforms, like even Jungle Bill, as you are saying about nature clubs, we will
Right.
be really grateful to join such clubs because
Right.
our students are really doing excellent and we want such things to go ahead to form
Okay.
ecosystem where each and everyone is getting involved, our own ecosystem.
Right.
So
Right.
that will be one suggestion. And as I have seen that Jungle Whales is really doing well, one of the slide which I have seen, which is very close to my heart, Tadoba, because
Yes.
I am from Chandrapur, Vidarbha region.
Okay. All right. That's great to know.
Town is
Yeah.
Chandrapur. So it was
Yeah.
really great to see that something which is from your own region is coming up to this level. It means
Right.
that these students are also the one who need to get the exposure for that area.
Correct. Correct. Correct.
So
Absolutely.
collaborations will definitely help us, and
Helpful.
this way only we can go ahead.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
That's a good thought. Thank you. Yes, Vinita ma'am. What do you think? You've been a science teacher for now almost 15 years, so you've seen the entire thing. You work closely. So how do you think? I mean, this can be brought about by.
Yeah. So nature has everything in it, present in it, or nature is having well-maintained equilibrium, balance of everything. For example, in the nature, there is a natal plant
Right.
which is having stinging leaves, and if you get sting from the leaves, you get irritation because it has formic acid present there. But for
Right.
sure, near about in that vicinity, there is a presence of dog plant whose leaves work or whose leaves have alkaline effect, or they have presence of base in them, so they
Correct.
can neutralize this effect created by acidic natal leaves plant. So
Right.
whatever problem is there in the nature, there is a solution near around.
Solution.
But because
Absolutely.
of various our activities and greed, I will not use the word need, but greed, because of various human activities and greed, all this balance is getting disturbed. And as Antoinette madam correctly had stated, students get inspired, students learn, gather more knowledge, but when it comes to day-to-day life, everyone means all the things are reversed. They go to their own back, means pehle paade 55, what we call it as,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
Correct.
yeah, so these, whatever you see, whatever you observe, whatever knowledge you gain, you have to implement it, or you have to carry out changes in your lifestyle. I have
Right.
seen people running fans throughout the day. Even 2 days before, there was a lot of cold, right? Temperature has
Yes. Yes.
decreased to even minimum temperature was 7.8 or something. So when we
Right.
go to school at 8:30, period begins at 8:30, temperature near about would be 18 degrees or 20 degrees, and still children turn on the fans and they wear jerkins, hoods,
Yeah.
and on top
But
of
they
it,
have
fans are running. So
right.
that time when we tell them, no, fans are not required. If you feel hot because of maybe congregation and because of whatever is the reason, remove the jerkin. But they said,
Right.
no, fans are required. So these are unnecessary needs that we have developed, or we have
Correct.
become habitual to using the
Correct.
things because they are just there.
Right.
So this also has indirect connection with conservation of wildlife, definitely, right?
Correct.
Saving
Right.
electricity or reduction
Absolutely.
in our needs. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. Correct.
whenever we get the chance, we should point out this to students, and
Yes.
not only, as I have told you before, practice what you preach. That is also
Right.
important for all the people, not only for
Right.
teachers, parents.
Right, right. Correct. Yeah, thank you. Yes, sister. As you coming from the background and and being a convent school and carrying on that thing, what do you feel? How can we
Yeah,
bring
I
about
just
this?
want to thank you for this webinar,
Yeah,
which has been organized, and I'm so happy
yeah,
to see so many of us are very interested and very concerned about what is happening. And that
right,
gives me a joy that I am also concerned about what is happening. And as a head of the institution, I take back that we need to make our children, we are already making them aware about sustainable development. Today, we have this great urban development and all, but how can we are enjoying the natural, the nature, the beauty of the nature, all that. So
right,
how can we preserve this same natural beauty for the next generation? So how can we preserve this creation of God? And we, all of us are living, this is a common home for us, for
right.
animals, plants, all living things. So how
Correct.
can we keep this home safe for them? They are voiceless, vulnerable, and how
Right,
can we preserve this? Because all of them, and to make it understand to our children that even these animals, birds, plants, to interact within their ecosystem, and they are
right,
vulnerable creations, they have voiceless, so we are their voices. How in school, bringing this awareness to activities, projects, and all this, I take this as a message, special message from this
sure.
webinar. Thank you very,
Yes,
very much. And I'm so
yes.
grateful for organizing this, and so much can be done. Thank
Thank you. Thank you, sister. We have a couple of questions. We'll quickly see. We have a question from Reva. I don't know, one of you would like to answer. She says, how does a student start exploring this subject? What subjects or courses should a student look out for to get into this subject? And what career options are available in this field? I think wildlife, anyone would like to take this up? Uh, Bhavna, ma'am, you want to say?
Yeah. So actually these subjects are already there. Let's answer
Right,
one by one. So subjects are already there. Environmental studies is a part of curriculum that is there.
right,
Then how
right,
students can go and look into various opportunities. So
right.
as in entire last 40 minutes we were discussing about developing their interest, contribution of schools, contribution of
Correct.
parents and all. So that way it can be taken ahead. And
Okay.
there are different career opportunities. If you will
Right.
simply Google down some opportunities, you can see with various opportunities as even means now we are checking with the fitness, beauty and wellness programs for ourselves. Let me tell you, there is animal nutritionist also.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
There are various opportunities like conservation officers and all, we all know, but these
Yes.
are some of the upcoming things. You have seen that various paid farms are coming up,
Right.
and that can be one of your startup.
Hmm. Hmm.
So there
Absolutely.
itself you can create this, and it can be instead means I always tell my students, instead of be giving job, be means create
Be a,
jobs.
yeah, create job. Yeah. Absolutely.
So
Yeah. I'm totally yes.
that can be one thing. And yes, in by having science background after 12th there are different programs getting offered into BSc and MSc. As I have already added that BTech in solar energy conservations is already the program which is offered by Symbiosis Skills and Professional University, so that is already in place. Apart from that, Google will help us out.
Yes. Sure. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Gauri Zoshi says, if made understand the students and the parents to plant at least 14 trees in the whole life, the whole conservation is being done. Please do visit the 14 Tree Foundation. That's what she says. So she's just like this thing. We really take this. Thank you so much. And yes, so we are at the end of the webinar. We have Sanjay Deshpande. He's the mentor for Jungle Bells, and he's into wildlife conservation. He represents also his venture called Sanjeevani Developers, but his mostly inclination is towards this kind of activities. Sanjay, are you around?
Hi.
Hello. Yeah.
Hi. Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible. Yes, please.
First of all, thank you all teachers, and it's really honor for us to get associated. As I was going to tell, but good Bhavna madam told she is from Tadoba and she's from Chandrapur, so she is actually really close to wildlife more than anybody of us, because her entire childhood into Tadoba.
Yes.
So, and then Antoinette Madam, Pashan, you are blessed with Pashan Hills, which are last breathing hills, I think, say, or wildlife in urban Pune. And as I said, yes, Vinita Madam Millennium School has done a lot of plantation. When I visited their school, I was surprised. They could conserve such kind of biodiversity around their school, and it's worth. All I will say is that though I am a builder and a civil engineer, which are supposed to be the indirectly always logged with the environments, because the civil engineer can't survive if you don't build concrete structures, unfortunately. Only thing is that wildlife has taught me to balance, and via Jungle Bell and by all such initiatives. I think, as you three very rightly put, we have to counterbalance our deeds. Agreed, we can't go and start living on the trees. But when we built our own homes or bridges or airports or anything, whatever we do, tomorrow we can be making an IT company also. Somewhere we should keep in mind somebody else also needs this earth equally. And who better than the teachers can do that job? That's what the thought behind all the time. And I'm sure with leads like teachers and education institutes like yours, Jungle Bell, as well as we will keep on assisting environments and wildlife in best possible way. Going through all the conversation you guys are having, just a few things which came to my mind. Like in CREDAI, we are an organization of developers, and what we have done this year is via our CSR activities, we are tying up with the schools in places around the forest. As Bhavna Madam must be knowing, the children's in the wildlife, around the wildlife, there are three types of wildlife. Urban wildlife, which is the forest we have got around in our city and around us. There is rural wildlife, which is around habitats around what you can say towns and villages. And third one is actual wildlife, where conservation, protected forests like Tadoba, Melghat, and Pench, Kana, they are there. Their buffers are there. But as you may be knowing, there are a lot of schools also, because there are natives, there are tribals, there are villagers, and they have their children also go to school over there, which are in, with due respect to government, you can't even imagine. You means the student, our students and parents over there here. So this is just a wild thought which came as you three have taken initiative and said actual about awareness and going beyond awareness. I will be definitely like to assist and part of the program. If we can tie up with any of school over there individually, or any of institute over there, not see, when it's the exchange of students in Italy or France or England, parents jump on. But when it's exchange of school near Chandrapur or say Kana, I think nobody even thought about it. But we can definitely try. And at least even 4 or 5 students from our school can get a flair what is actual wildlife is and how difficult it is to conserve by going there. We can assure entire safety and everything. It's not at all unsafe. Otherwise, there would have been hundreds of chaos. We would have been listening. It's not. Bhavna Madam knows it because she has lived in that area. So these kind of initiatives are need of time, because unless and until you actually don't go and see what are the problems, it is very difficult to understand. See, save tiger, to sit into a AC cabin and AC hall to say save tiger is very easy, but living around tiger and say save tiger is not that easy job. But I'm really thankful to listen all of your views, and let us let us not stop at one webinar is all I will tell to Hemangi also
Yes.
for that. And thanks a lot once again,
Thank you.
all of you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you all for joining in.